Good evening. We are live in our studios here in Bijilo. You're watching TFN today, and I'm your host, Jacqueline Colley. Let's take a look at the stories that made it to our headlines this evening. Barrow describes 2023 as the most productive year in the Gambia. Gambia Port Authority unveils 2023 highlights and annual press briefing. Ghanaian troops on ECOWAS mission impact on community commitment with Barra cleanup initiative. Anti-crime unit arrests 11 suspects for festive season theft during urging victims to call the unit to recover stolen items. On international front, Ugandan Olympic athlete Benjamin Kilapat stabbed to death in Kenya. Those were the headlines. Let's now take a closer look of our stories. Every year, President Adama Barrow gives his annual New Year address to highlight his government's achievements and challenges. On the eve of the new year, the president described 2023 as the most productive year in the Gambia. Aliu Jallo tells us more.
During his New Year message, President Adama Barrow described the year 2023 as the most productive year in the Gambia, despite persistent global economic crisis and inflammatory backlash on economy globally. The President of the Republic cited his government's numerous successes registered over the last year, particularly in the priority areas such as energy, agriculture, water provision, and justice delivery.
The country is stable and there is peace countrywide. Besides the lamentable last September fatal shooting incident that involved 3 security personnel and a few other cases of murder and suicide, the crime rate in the country has dropped. To deliver on our promises, my administration's focus on development is now firmly anchored to the National Development Plan, YELWA 2023-2027, and the medium-term Economic Fiscal Framework 2023-2026 for macro-fiscal stability.
Inflation remains a challenge to the Gambia's economy, standing at 18%. However, President Barrow acknowledges its impact on the cost of living for the average Gambian, emphasizing shaping local production as the solution to minimize importation and avoid the cost associated with it.
My government will continue to subsidize essential imported commodities, even though this reduces our spending ability on development projects. Thus, to compensate for this, we must fall back on taxation, that is, taxation purely for inclusive development.
Irregular migration has claimed many lives of young people over the years who are in pursuit of greener pastures through the Canary Island and Mediterranean Sea. President Barrow said the trend is a menace and is on the rise, putting the lives of young people at risk. He notes that young people are significant to the nation's development agenda, and the governments can stand by while they perish. He urged coastal communities to be vigilant and play an active part in preventing irregular migration.
Family units, friends, and everyone else should be vigilant enough to intercept all potential dangerous journeys that involve Gambian citizens, either as traffickers, passengers, boat crew, or otherwise. Fellow citizens.
Looking forward to the year 2024, President Barrow stated that his government denounces corruption and all forms of crime, hate, and disunity. He reaffirmed his promises to the Gambian people, especially made during the Meet the People's tour, with the aim of working together to develop the nation. He further stressed that divisive politics, land issue, and ethnic rivalry should not be condoned. For TFN News, I am Aliu. During his New Year message, President Adama Barrow described the year 2023 as the most productive year.
Banjul's 2024 celebrations featured vibrant hunting festivals and cultural events, showcasing the city's rich heritage. The festivities fostered unity with families gathering to share dishes and reinforce community bonds, leaving a lasting cultural imprint. Let's take a look at a video that showcases what happened in Banjul. parade called the Hunting Day. We wish we could show you more, but unfortunately not. So moving on other news, the Gambia Ports Authority over the weekend held its annual press briefing to update journalists on various activities undertaken during 2023. The authorities used the opportunity to outline challenges. Dada Balde attended the event and he files in this report.
During the annual briefing held by the Gambia Ports Authority, Osman Jabade, the managing director, provided updates on various developmental activities, challenges and success stories from January to November 2023. The purpose of the briefing was to inform journalists about the progress made by GPA and their plans for 2024, with a focus on improving quality service delivery. Jabate highlighted significant improvements achieved from the signing of a performance contract that establishes target areas for the institution, including financial and quality service delivery. He emphasized GPA's efforts to institute digitization mechanisms, which aim to improve the system, reduce human interference, and promote accountability and efficiency. However, Jabate acknowledged the challenges faced by the ports, particularly in terms of capacity to handle increase in sea traffic. To address these challenges and prevent them from hindering the economic growth of the port, a master plan has been developed.
We have realized that throughput at the port, except for the COVID period, had grown by between 7 to 12 to 18% in terms of the volume of cargo we handle at the port. When we looked at the figures, we realized that there were new entrants in the market, and our transit business alone had grown by more than 102% within the 3 years after 2017. Now, when we looked at the figures, we thought that we needed to have some decision factors on how to address this capacity constraint. And what it has led to is the commissioning of a new master plan, which was prepared by an international consulting firm called Royal Haskoning of the Netherlands. And it did a demand forecast for the port for 2019 to 2038, that 20-year horizon. And they came with the primary recommendation that the business has outgrown the facility in terms of the port capacity. And if no investment is realized by 2023, the port will stand the threat of losing business to neighboring ports. And this is a fact that we had experienced during the past few years.
This plan includes expanding areas such as the existing jetty, container terminal, digitization, and the relocation of the port to Sanyang to accommodate a large number of ships. Currently, the port can handle 2 ships at a time, but there is a need to expand the jetty to accommodate a higher number of ships simultaneously. The implementation of these infrastructure improvement projects is expected to enhance the country's potential to serve both the local and regional markets.
If the terminals are congested, it spills over to the ship side. So it means if you are discharging 7 containers an hour, you now discharge 3 containers an hour. So it slows down the ship's operation. And then the ships that are waiting to come to anchor also spend longer time. So that's what we call the congestion. Now, with the collaboration of our sister agency, GRA, we were able to bring about some efficiency improvement measures. Instead of staying 14 days, they are now staying less than 5 days. So the turnaround has improved. And the results we are starting to see now, because some of these engagements just happened in March this year.
Jabate highlighted that approximately 80% of goods that enter the Gambia are transported to third countries through transit or cross-border export trade. Furthermore, it was reported that there was low growth in sea traffic in 2021 and 2022, as a significant portion of cargo intended for the Gambia was diverted to other countries due to congestion at the port in Banjul. For TFN News, Dauda Balde.
Away from that, over the weekend, Ghanaian troops serving in the ECOWAS mission in the Gambia led a massive cleaning exercise in Bara in the lower Nyomi district. This exercise is just one of the many activities that the troops have undertaken to strengthen their relationship with the local community, earning them a good reputation. Dada Balde tells us more in details.
Ghanaian troops in Gambia, part of the ECOWAS mission, recently conducted a significant cleanup in Bara, lower Nyomi district. This cleanup is just one of the many activities that the troops have undertaken to strengthen their relationship with the local community. Known for their strong community support, the troops regularly engage in voluntary activities like mosque renovation, cleanups, and free medical services to enhance their bond with the residents. Major Francis Akom, the second in command of the Ghanaian economic contingents, expressed hope that such an initiative will continue in the future, and this is what he says.
We decided to arrest the field problem in Barra here, we realize that there is a lot of field when you go to the lorry station. So we wanted to do our part. So that's what made us organize this cleanup exercise today. So far we have been able to clean the market. It's looking very neat. We have also been able to clean certain principal streets of the borough here. And the locals have assured us that they will keep up this cleanup exercise drive.
He also praised the community for their generous hospitality. Major Francis further expressed gratitude to the environmental volunteers and his military colleagues who participated in the exercise. Additionally, the troops inspected the ongoing renovation of the passengers' waiting rooms at Barra Garage, which was previously in a delicate situation. The members of the garage were overjoyed and grateful for the troops' intervention, such as cleaning the garage and renovating their passengers' waiting rooms. Adama Cham, Chef the Garage of Barra, Asan Buso, Secretary General, and Usman Job, Vice President of the Garage Association, all applauded the Ghanaian troops for their generosity. Anyone who brings cleanliness to you is improving your health. The garage was very dirty and unpleasant to live. It is true that we have the area council here, but they have never done what the Ghanaian troops have done today.
They have renovated an Arabic school here, renovated mosques, various mosques, in fact, even one mosque. Sometimes 2 weeks ago, few of them came to the car park and asked if they would like us to, they would like to do some cleansing service exercise. We thank
the Ghanaian troops for their support. If they wish, they would have not do anything, and no one will blame them. They come and support us to clean our garage, and we are thankful. They describe the troops as sincere individuals whose presence in Barra positively influenced their lives in various ways. The community greatly appreciates the Ghanaian troops and their dedication to improving the well-being of the local population. The troops' involvement in various activities, as mentioned by locals, showcase their commitment to the community. As a result of this, local residents have renewed their commitment to ensuring the continuous cleanliness of the environment to make life comfortable for all. For TFN News, Dauda Balde.
Thank you very much, Dauda, for that report. Now, the anti-crime unit has arrested 11 individuals for theft during the festive season, recovering items like phones and passports. Legal proceedings are on the way. If you have lost a Swiss passport or belongings, you can contact the anti-crime unit on 996885, 996885 or 3915507, 3915507 for assistance. Moving on some international news. Sorry. Ugandan Olympic athlete Benjamin Kiplagat, 34, was fatally stabbed in Kenya near the training hub of Eldoret. Known for his step-case achievements, Kiplagat represented Uganda in 3 Olympic Games, including the 2012 London Olympics. His death has prompted a police investigation, and World Athletics has expressed shock and sadness. May his soul rest in peace. And that's all for this edition of TFN today. I have been your host, Jacqueline Colley, and I'm happy that you joined. Until we come your way tomorrow, do stay tuned.